Hello, my name is Kevin Burns. I'm going to just post a little opinionated video on what's going on in the world today. This is my first video ever on YouTube. So, to prepare myself, I made some notes and stuff. A little bit of background on myself. I'm 29. I'm from a small town of Aurora, Missouri. I currently live in Mena, Arkansas. I'm not highly educated, high school diploma, whatever. Very opinionated. I got some thoughts on the coronavirus and the stimulus checks that they're putting out. But I'm going to start off by reading a couple of definitions here. Reading off a couple of notes. First, communism. Now, this is the Google definition. Now, we all love Google. They are the leaders of the virtual world, and the virtual world is a big part of today's world, so they are, they've got a lot of push. But anyway, communism. A political theory derived from Karl Marx advocating class war and leading to a society in which all property is publicly owned and each person works and is paid according to their abilities. That is the Google definition. Man, that don't sound too bad. Everybody's got a job. Everybody gets paid for what they've learned, It's just funny how that's Google's definition. The actual definition is, you have what we give you, you do what we say, you get in line or you go away. And when you go away, it's not a choice. I mean, they do with you what they will. So Google's really churched up the definition of communism. Advocating a class war, it just means to recommend or support. Now, I'll get to this, but tyrannical is to exercise power in a cruel way. Okay, so here recently, a lot of this coronavirus talk going around, and the stimulus checks that are coming with it. I didn't get one. Well, I mean, I did, but it went back child support, whatever. I'm not really that concerned about it. But $1,200 for everybody. Everybody, if you made under $75,000 last year, the year before, whatever. Well, hell, that's a big part of the country. That's, a lot of the lower society people, less than middle class, lower middle class and poverty-stricken people. We need that money. I'm one of them people. I need that money just as much as you. But now people are wanting more. This coronavirus going around, people are being affected by it. If you're not an essential worker, then you're not at work. For social distancing, we're not out making money. For social distancing, we're not out talking to each other. Now, what happens? I think today, the bill was just passed for our second stimulus checks. It's not law yet, so not everybody is getting yet. But the bill was passed to be made law. Okay, so are you going to take that money? Yeah. Am I going to take that money? What? Yeah. You know what I mean? But what happens when these monthly checks start coming in? Or the monthly checks that everybody wants that might be coming in. Shit. You might want to give up your car. You can still drive it. You still drive your car. But you're going to have to hand it over. You're going to have to hand it over. Because, where's all this money coming from? They've got it. The government's got it. I don't want to get into it. Money's a concept, which I don't want to get into that. But they've got to back up that money somehow. If everybody gives up their car, like I said, you could still drive it, but they're going to own it because that money's going to have to be backed up. Okay, so there's that. You know what? What happens on the 6th check, the 5th check? Man, we're going to need something to back this up, man. All these people owning your houses, I'm sorry. If you own a house and you make under $75,000 a year, we're going to need to back up this money that we're giving everybody. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to hand the deed over to your house. You can still live there. But it can't be yours. It's got to be backed up. You know, slowly and surely, COVID-19 is turning us into is turning us into a communist nation. This is all for political gain. It's you know, pull the wool from over your eyes, guys. This is what's happening. The actual definition for coronavirus, or not the definition, the full name, is severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or SARS-CoV-2-2019. I remember when SARS came around, they didn't give out stimulus checks, but it was major. I think upwards of 500,000 people died. I was young. I can't remember my exact age, 10, 11, 12. Coronavirus has only killed about 100,000 so far. I don't remember social distancing. I don't remember stimulus checks. I don't remember any of this. And now we've got SARS-2. SARS-2. Just about 20 years later. Got stimulus checks. We've got social distancing. I keep saying that because if we're not talking to each other, we're not rising up. Okay? And this is exactly what we need to do. We need to rise up against a tyrannical government. COVID-19 is very real. The coronavirus is real and it kills people. That is a fact. AIDS was too slow. AIDS is too slow. SARS-1, I guess we can call it now, was obviously a test of some sort. Like I said, I'm not highly educated. I'm not a government worker. But we need to stand up, guys. And if we're social distancing, we're not standing up. Essential workers, that goes back to communism. You know, a person works and is paid according to their abilities. Well, we're going to work and get paid according to what we do as essential workers. And if you don't, you got to stay home. If you're not an essential worker, stay home. Don't talk to nobody. Become a communist country. Pull the wool from over your eyes, guys. This is real. This is happening. You need to prepare for it. Not long ago, not very long, you say you can't stand up against the government. Not long ago, in 1776, a group of people stood up against the most powerful country and army in the world, and they won. And they seceded. Okay, I'm not talking about secession or anything. I'm just saying this can happen. You just have to quit letting the government tell you what to do. Okay? It's all been in Bill Gates has this new I haven't done a lot of research on it, but Bill Gates supposedly has this chip out that tells you when you have the coronavirus. Okay, well, how much of the world's money is digital? How much of the world's money is digital? There's most of it. We don't have a lot of paper money hand in hand anymore. Yeah, we do. Of course, it's there, but it's all digital. They've been preparing us for this for years, for this social distancing, to make us comfortable. 20 years ago, if they told us to stay at home, we would have stood up. 30 years ago, it would have been riots in the streets. But since we've got Android phones, we've been ordering our pizzas online, We've been shopping online, doing everything, staying at home. We got Wi-Fi at the house. Why do we need to go out? It's really, it's hiding in plain sight. So I guess, anyway, sorry, I've never made a video before, so I'm not completely prepared. But this chip that Bill Gates has supposedly come up with tells us when we've got the coronavirus, and you know what happens if it's also a locator chip, which our phones are too. But see, and that's the first phase. The phones were in the social distancing, maybe not the first phase, but one phase to get us used to all this online digital stuff. So now this coronavirus comes around, and now they've got their excuse to keep us at home. Okay? They've got our reasoning, and we're okay with it because we're used to it. This chip goes in us. It tells us when we have the coronavirus. Okay, all fine and dandy. I won't have a chip put in me. My kids won't have a chip put in them. I promise you. I promise you. But also this chip, well, you know what? We might as well put our bank account numbers on there. You know what I mean? We might as well. That way we don't even have to have a phone anymore. Well, we'll still use our phones, I'm sure, somewhere along the line when we merge with technology. You know, that's way beyond my lifetime, but that's what it's coming to, because it's die or evolve, and it looks like we're evolving into technology, but that doesn't matter right now. Might as well put our bank account numbers on this chip too. You know, I get kill two birds with one stone, get more than one use out of this. Oh, 2 years later, 3 years later, people are starting to see that we've become communist. We don't like it. We don't like it. We're going to leave. We're going to stand up. Well, guess what? With what money? We'll shut your chip off right now. Who knows, man? Who knows? It could expose us to the court. You don't know what this government does. I don't know what this government does. Let's go ahead and shut your money off. It's all digital anyway. We don't need to leave the house, so we know I have no need for paper money. It's all digital. We'll shut your money off, or like revert back to what I said before. Get in line, or go away. Well, with no money, I guess you're gonna have to go away. But guess what? We've got a tracker, and it's not like we can go live out in the mountains once we've got a tracker in us. So, guys, this has all been at play for years. Years, the 2020 agenda. Look it up. Look up the 2020 agenda. Every part of the world unclaimed by NATO is being seized by the UN. That makes, I don't know, I'm going to take a wild number here, 75% of the world was unclaimed by NATO. Maybe 50. So that makes 50% of the world ran by one entity. Man, if that isn't a new world order, I don't know what is. Before it comes down to it, I am getting a group of people. I already got some people that I know. We won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. I'll go down with my pride. I will go down with a bullet. I hope you guys will too. Don't sell your souls for $1,200 a month. This is ridiculous. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's smart. It's a beautiful fucking plan if you're part of the government. If you are the government. Smarten up, guys. It just takes It just takes us getting together and rising up. Do not let this happen. It's my first video. Might be my last. I don't know. I'm sure I missed a lot of bullet points. I kind of threw my notes together real quick. Tell me what you think in the comments. Share it. Believe it. Feel it. Because it's true. Okay? It's true. You don't want your children or your children's children growing up with a tyrannical government. In one of them dystopian futures that we've seen in all the movies that they've been preparing us for freaking years. Thank you guys. Subscribe. I might make more. You guys have a good day. I love all of you.